Greetings, y'all. Anybody who might accidentally come across this video or stumble upon my channel of 3 subscribers and counting. It's a new year, 2025. I won't look back fondly on 2024 for a number of reasons, mostly personal ones. But I'm hoping 2025 will be a huge improvement, and not just on a personal level, but a huge improvement for the rest of the world, going forward into a new era of common sense, I hope. I'm talking about the free world. I'm talking with particular regard to the recent presidential election in the United States, which was won by Donald Trump. And I'm really hoping things will change for the better, because what we've seen over the last, 10, 15 years has by and large been a regression of Western civilization, and a backward step for a lot of things. And well, for one, our life expectancies, which have stood still rather than increased over that period. Whereas in other parts of the world, obviously, are catching up with us. But of course, you can link things like a life expectancy and health of a certain demographic. You can link that to it sort of runs parallel to how well your society is doing, and how well it looks after the most vulnerable in that society. And when I say the most vulnerable within that society, I'm of course talking about habitual residents or natives, i.e. the people who belong in that country, who were born in that country, and who have a lineage in that country, because I believe these things are important. We tend the progressive point of view tends to disregard things like things like that. They tend to see the world as this big Pangea, like a continent where everyone can go from one corner to the other corner, as if there were no rocks, water, land borders, or anything of that nature in between, because geography, who cares, right? There's a reason why political maps are drawn, and the reason is because we need nation states, and to keep nation states alive, we need cultural identities, and we need to retain them, and we need to honor the people, our ancestors, who fought to preserve them over many centuries, millennia. So that's just my opinion on that one. But anyway, I'm hoping 2025 brings a return to common sense in the free West, under the leadership, the new leadership of the American presidency, because yeah, there's parts of the world that really need guidance right now, and I'm looking at you, Canada, New Zealand, the UK, gosh, and they're not by no means an exhaustive list. There's lots of countries in Europe. I mean, France isn't doing so well, is it? And the European Union in general is struggling, not just financially or with their economies, but it's struggling, I think, on a societal level. with all the upheaval that open borders and other things brings. But anyway, that's my personal hope for 2025 is a course correction. Um, and I don't say that as somebody who belongs to the political right or the political left, because I don't belong to either. Um, traditionally, traditionally, myself, like my family before me, have been very much ensconced in liberal values and a liberal lifestyle. And when I say liberal, I mean traditional liberal. Uh, Not so much capital L liberal, although I have a great grandfather, Frank Ashyo, who was quite instrumental in the reformation of the Liberal Party at the turn of the last century. Um, but but those values have percolated through 3, 4 generations of my family, and eh, and I'm no different. I'm just a product of my own environment and my own nurture to an extent. But yeah, so politics is one thing, isn't it? And everything is politics, I suppose. Um, Everything we do is on some level politicking, but or I say everything we do, everything humans do. It's a sapien tendency. The 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 what's the word? Gosh, we have a predilection to scheme and barter and transact. And if you put that in a nutshell, what you're really talking about is politics. Now, organized politics obviously is pyramid power structures, and which we always default to, hierarchies. And sure, politics is a necessary evil if we're going to have a society that functions on any rudimentary level. Um, but when I say I'm apolitical, what I really mean is I don't pick sides based on, well, I don't pick sides based on the kind of values that are demarcated by political factions. I will pick a side when I vote, but that'll be um, that'll be predominantly on what the manifestos are, and do I trust the people who are pledging those manifestos? And there ain't a lot of trust left, if I'm being frank, because um, we've seen generations of binary politics, binary political parties, um, basically lie, lie in their manifestos, make promises, empty promises, unfulfilled promises, and basically just say whatever they need to say to gain power and to win elections. And it doesn't really sit right with me, as I doubt it does with anybody else who's possessed of an intellect. um, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna cut this down to 10 minutes and maybe focus on a few specific issues down the line. Um, Maybe a bit of history, maybe a bit of personal revelation. Um, I'm ready for a new epoch. I'm ready. I'm ready to start something new here on YouTube. To my 2 subscribers. Um, okay, I used to have 85 subscribers and nearly 90,000 total views actually. Nobody here will know that, or nobody watching this will know that, but YouTube decided to delete my tiny channel. Uh, I think on the grounds of They said I violated their spam policy, um, and I think the spam policy violation was regards to the fact that my videos used to have amusing titles intended for entertainment purposes, not for spam or clickbait purposes. I mean, they weren't clickbaity titles; they were just puns or word plays or that kind of thing. When most of the time I was singing karaoke or cover versions or stuff that wasn't really wasn't really harmful. I mean, although they veer towards politics mildly, if I feel inclined to make a vague or a very of sorry a very modest political statement by singing a song, which a lot of people do that, and I'm no different. But anyway, I've overrun my 10 minutes, and I just heard something the other day. I heard Alex Belfield, the ex disc jockey turned light entertainer on YouTube. He's getting out of prison in June, and I was thinking to myself, God, he's been in prison 2 years. 2 years, and that was for the heinous crime of sending some emails and making YouTube videos and having a laugh at some people's expenses, and people who are obviously very sensitive, subjectively sensitive, and a court banged him up for 2 years. I mean, God, I mean, I know he doesn't belong to the left, but we're making political prisoners out of light entertainment stars now. It's very strange, very weird. Requires some scrutiny and a bit of thought, and I might come back to that subject. But anyway, it just came into my head. Anyway, anyone out there who's watching this, well, thanks for watching, and I don't know you, you don't know me, but I hope you enjoyed it.